Hello, welcome back to day 3 of this 25 days of holiday nails with the advent calendar by Madame Glam, year 2023. I hope you're all doing well. Let's get into it and see what's in this box. I know what it is. You may know what it is if you watched the intro to this video. It is a mini gel, and it is in Starlight, which would have been nice for yesterday's manicure where I did what did I do? A galaxy nail, a night sky. So this is very similar to a few of the other gel polishes I have. The full bottles of these kind of like concrete nails. So it's got white flecks, it's got black flecks and gold, but this one has like a sage green background. I've got a few other ones. This one seems to have a white background, but also with the white and black flakes and the gold. So what can we do with this nail? I'm gonna have to think about that a second, but I will do, you know what? Maybe I wanna do a cookie nail, like a gingerbread nail. Let's see, what browns do we have that I can use? I want to try to keep it to all Madame Glam colors. This is not brown, this is purple. And this is a darker purple. I have these two colors. One is from the Nail, the other one's from Madame Glam. They're kind of similar. High Roller, I feel, is a little bit more of a reddish brown. While From the Nail is a little bit more of like a grayish brown, if that makes sense. It's a little bit more cool toned. This one's a little bit more warm toned. So I'm actually going to put down a layer. Actually, first I want to file this nail. Get into the habit of prepping your nails beforehand so that you don't have to deal with it at the end. Even when you're just doing sample nails or playing around with designs, just makes it easier when you're doing the nails. So I'm going to see what this looks like on the nail. Yeah, I think that's what I want. I like that. So now I'm going to wipe it off because I'm not starting out with a brown nail. All right, so I'm actually going to start out with our Starlight because I want that in the background, but I'm also going to use it as icing for the cookie. So I'm going to put a layer of this on. Probably going to do 2 layers. Actually, it doesn't have black flakes. It has what looks like blue ones, but I can't tell because the white is going over it. Either way, it's very pretty. So I'm going to give that a 60-second cure, and then we're going to go in potentially with a second coat. All right, so to do our gingerbread man, traditionally when I've seen it in artwork, it's been a lot lighter in color, but gingerbread is usually quite dark if we want to go a little bit realistic. So I'm going to go and draw the head. And we're going to be putting the icing on top of it anyway, so it's going to brighten it up. So we've got the head. Why do I always start so friggin' large? I had this problem when I was in school also, that I always started things way too large. So let's try that again, smaller. And maybe I will use my dotting tool to map it out. So we've got our head, that's better. We've got our feet. Our arms. We're going to finish it out with connecting them for the body. And then we can just go and fill it in. So I'm going to use a cleanup brush just to shorten some of these lines because I feel like his appendages are way too long. I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay, I do think it needs to be a little bit larger. It's okay if one leg goes off the side. It doesn't need to be completely on the nail. All right, so I'm going to cure this and then I'm going to go in and make it darker. All right, so I decided I'm not gonna go full opaque with the brown because I do want to go over it with the white and then the Starlight to create the frosting. So I'm gonna go in with a thin coating of the white gel paint just on the interior of our little gingerbread man. And I like the gel paint because it is thicker, it's not going to bleed as much and I'll be able to get those clean lines. Don't worry if it's streaky. Since we're going to be going over it with another color, it's not going to be noticeable. I'm trying to decide if I want to use rhinestones for his buttons. Not my gumdrop buttons. I'm sorry, I can't use gumdrops. All right, so now we're gonna finish up with the rest of his decorations, and I kind of want to do the eyes in black, but I don't want it to be the only black that is on the nail. So I think I'm gonna do it in brown, along with his smile. Sorry, the brush strands are split. And then we're going to do his sweater. And I do want to darken his border. and I am going to use rhinestones for his buttons. So I'm going to cure this. One moment. And then we will apply his rhinestone buttons. So for his rhinestone buttons, I'm going to alternate between the champagne and the emerald beads, small rhinestones. And to apply them, I'm going to be using Makartt's rhinestone glue. So we've got our nail here, and I need to get another gem picker. Let's see, hold on. Okay, so, wrong side. We've got our rhinestone picker, we've got our rhinestones. I'm going to pick out two of the champagne and one of, actually I'll do two of the emerald also. So on the Makartt rhinestone glue, it's got two ways of applying it. You can use the brush, which I find a little bit unwieldy, but you've also got this metal spout. It's got a plunger in it to stop it from leaking. Make sure you don't lose it. And then you can just squeeze a little bit onto the nail. I'm just gonna go and put a straight line. And then I'm going to pick up my rhinestones with my rhinestone picker. I'm not going to get all of these on. I don't want to use the really tiny ones. I like the larger ones. Looks like I'm just going to be able to do one of each unless I really force it. All right, that's fine. I'm gonna cure that and then we will finish up the design. So I feel like the nail seems like the snow gingerbread man is falling off the edge, which it technically is, but I'm going to lock him in by doing a border. I find a lot of times when the nail seems like it's missing something, that adding a bounding box or a border really helps complete the nail. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to go around the edges. It's not going to be too thick. Don't want it to overwhelm the nail, but just about the width of the brush itself. Now you'll see it's skipping a bit because of the glitter that's embedded in the background. Just put on a little bit thicker of a coating and it'll be fine, and it'll all level out once you top coat. All right, so for this nail, I think I want to have it mostly matte. The border and the frosting itself is going to be glossy, but in order to get it evenly, I'm going to matte top coat the entire nail and then go in with the glossy. So make sure when you're putting on any kind of top coat, if you have rhinestones or other embellishments on the nail, you don't go over them. Just push the gel up against it to make sure that they're fully encapsulated, and then polish the rest of the nail. I'm going to have to pull my backup of matte soon because this is running out. Why is it running? Okay, having a bit of an issue here of bleeding of the brown. So I'm going to wipe that. I really hate this gummy tack. I don't know why it doesn't work for me, but it just does not stick. And I've tried double stick tape. I've tried everything. It doesn't seem to work. All right, so now that we've got our matte coat down, not without a little bit of difficulty, I'm going to go in and add our glossy. So I'm actually going to dispense some of it onto my palette to work with it a little bit more easily. And then I'm going to use one of my smaller brushes to apply it to the frosting. Now I'm also going to apply it to the border because I want that shiny. All right, so that does it for day 3 of our 25 days of holiday nails advent calendar edition by Madam Glam. I hope you enjoyed it. I am a little disappointed that the snowman is so far right. I would have liked the rhinestones more center so that you can see it down the center of the nail instead of having to turn. But I do really like the way it turned out. I really enjoyed using the Starlight gel. It's multifaceted with the gold and the blue, and you've got some darker black specks in it. It really adds a lot of depth to the nail. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. If you have any comments or questions, please put them there. But in the meantime, I would love it if I could get a like and a subscribe. Do remember to hit that notification bell so that you always know when new videos are available. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.